Oh,
Hello, everybody.
welcome. Sorry, this one might not be done by midnight.
Alright.
Right, sorry, we're doing this so late.
Hey, we got a busy day.
So welcome.
As we're starting the recording, it's 10:13 p.m.
Welcome to phase 2
of the Dreamland series.
phase 2 of Summer of Kirby.
Summer of Kirby.
Like we said, this month is this. Don't be surprised if this month is it might be a bit delayed.
Well, hopefully not. Yeah.
Today
is our fourth review in this marathon. We're tackling Kirby's Dreamland 2.
The
music you're hearing right now is a remix of Cloudy Park from said game. Kirby's Dreamland 2, Cloudy Park, piano by Jonathan Aldrich.
Kirby. Even though technically speaking, in Kirby's Adventure would be Dreamland 2.
Oh, it's not numbered as such.
I couldn't find anything on development I'll say it. The game was released on March 21st, 1995 in Japan, May 1st, 1995 in America, July 31st, 1995 and July 31st, 1995 in Europe.
Quite.
Again, it's well into the Game Boy's lifespan.
Thus continues and moves Kirby's trend of releasing late into the life of systems. Something that Kirby still tends to do today, to this day.
And the game did well critically and financially. It sold more than 2 million units sold worldwide. Alright, so with that being so what's new? So what's the story to this game?
Well, Kirby, the Rainbow Bridge that connects the Rainbow Islands has been stolen by an evil being called Dark Matter, who intends on conquering Dreamland. Has possessed King Dedede. With his trusty Warp Star, Kirby sets out to defeat Dark Matter, accompanied by his new animal friends named Rick, Kine, and Q.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you see, this is why we haven't reviewed. I guess this is why it makes sense we haven't reviewed Star Allies yet.
We haven't covered the origins of all the Dream Friends yet.
Aside from the modern ones.
Aside from the modern ones, such as Magolor, Taranza, and Susie.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's...
See, this game was the first to have companion characters. Well, they worked a little differently than they did in future games, but... Well, that's... Okay. We'll get into that in the gameplay section. But first... Unlike the previous game...
This might be a little more confusing.
Well, just a little heads up. Unlike the previous game, there's way more copy abilities to cover. So... Yeah. Just prepare yourself for that. Because
it's going to be kind of hard to review this.
But with that out of the way, let's talk about how the gameplay's changed.
Well, it's gameplay is like Kirby's event. Kirby's taken in Kirby's new format.
He does have copy abilities. And we have an overworld where you can enter level doors, and certain levels have hidden objects in them. However, they mix it up a little with Kirby's animal friends, who grant him extra abilities. Normally, Rick doesn't really do anything in particular. I believe he doesn't slip on ice. Coup allows you to fly and...
Hey, we gotta pay a description. Go on their pages.
Coup allows you to fly in addition to inhaling while midair.
And Kine,
while a bit of a hindrance on land, allows you to inhale out in the water and swim much faster and more comfortably.
Yeah.
So yeah, they each have a different domain specialty.
There are only two abilities. There are only two copy abilities in Grassland.
But yeah, okay. So Rick's specialty being
Burning and Parasol.
Okay, so wait, first. Well, we're not discussing that yet.
Oh.
First, Rick's specialty being land, and Ku's specialty being...
Personally, I prefer the air.
And Kai's specialty being water.
Oh my god.
So yeah, they each are a different type of environment. Yeah. Depending on what kind of level you're in. Depending on what kind of level you're in, you'll want to bring a different dream friend. Now, you get them by defeating mini bosses at levels, after which they drop these bags that unravel or reveal Dream Friend inside. If you already have a Dream Friend, sometimes Gooey will show up instead.
Yeah, Gooey. Oh yeah, this was Gooey's first debut.
Yeah, Gooey acts as a health pickup. Restores or as a bar of health.
Yeah, Gooey doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just exists to give you health. Also, on rare occasion, that's something funny. Note.
Sometimes you'll
on rare occasions you'll find
a pink ink version of Gooey, a pink female version of Gooey, which one guy as a walkthrough referred to as the elusive girl blob.
No, I found out
the Japanese version of the game, and this character is actually Chao from
Yuyuki.
A game that presumably was also made by HAL.
I'm pretty sure it was.
And this character also appears in Dreamland 3 alongside another character from that game, Goku. But that's not what we're talking about today.
But this is just a little...
just a little interesting fact I didn't know. But, yeah.
Okay, so now...
Let's get into the...
talk about abilities?
No, let's talk about the meat of the game.
Alright.
And let's get into the ratings territory, where we go over each world, or we walk you through each world and talk about how the new abilities and environments you'll encounter.
First we got Grassland.
First we got the Grassland. And there's and this stage is Rainbow Drop. The collectible is located in stage 3.
Oh yeah, you mentioned those.
I did. I said they were collectibles.
You need them in order to get.
You need them in order to challenge the true final boss.
Yeah,
the game just ends after you beat Deity.
And I guess gives you a try again screen.
And you don't collect all of them. But anyways, you see, there's only one.
That's Dreamland 3.
Dreamland 3. Okay, so
right
I'm pretty sure you can only find Rick in this area.
Yeah, there's only 2 abilities here.
There's only 2 abilities. Therefore, well, technically 4.
Well,
yeah, when you get an animal because when you get an animal friend, they actually function.
They're right there.
They actually function differently. Well, I need to. Okay. So they actually function differently with animal friends than they do on their own. Oh, I forgot to mention the last song.
Oh,
the last song.
Jesus.
I always forget. I'm sorry. I'm super forgetful. The song that we listed during while talking about the gameplay was Kirby's Dreamland 2 Big Forest remix by Forever Kirby.
Okay.
The one you're listening to right now is Kirby's Dreamland 2 Animal Friends, Rick, Coup, and Kine, BVG Eurobeat medley by Waddle Dee.
Okay. So yeah, we got...
So yeah. Now, here, let's talk about each ability. First, we'll talk about these abilities of Kirby. Burning and Parasol.
We've already went over these.
Well, we've already discussed them, so...
But how are they with...
Let's start with Rick. Let's go over them with Rick.
Rick,
with Burning, breathes fire. It's pretty simple, and more or often than not, it's going to be the first copy of the ability combo you come across. Also in the game.
Surprisingly, this is one of the few Kirby games without sword.
Yeah. So, but anyways.
So,
Yeah, Rick's Fire Breath.
It's pretty simple.
It's
Like Fire Kirby.
Oh yeah. I'll give it a 7. It's pretty effective, but not the most.
As for Parasol.
Parasol. Well, Rick bounces Kirby on his balances Kirby. He has a parasol on his nose that he balances a parasol on his nose with Kirby further balanced on top of the parasol. It's not very useful.
It looks funny.
It does look silly, but it does block projectiles coming that direction.
Yeah, at least it has some function.
It can destroy blocks just a little above what you can normally reach.
Yeah.
So it's not completely useless. I'm still giving it a 5 though. It's not very impressive compared to the other abilities.
Yeah, that's about it for Grassland.
That's all that you can find in Grassland.
And the boss is Wispy Woods.
And the boss is Wispy Woods.
Already went over.
Rated him.
Yeah, not much. What would you rate Grassland?
So I'll rate Grassland.
Grassland.
I'll rate Grassland a 7.
Grassland sounds painful.
Grassland's a solid world. So next world is called Big Forest. Yes, we get introduced to Mr. Koo, the owl. Also, Rick is a hamster. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we've already covered the abilities here.
Yeah. So we've already covered 2 of the abilities.
And what about the rainbow? You gonna tell me where the rainbow drop is?
The rainbow drop is located in stage 2. So yeah. The specific. So in this world you can find Burning, Cutter, Needle, and Parasol. Cutter and Needle are new in this game, and therefore that introduces a total of 6 new abilities we need to go over.
All right, for Rick.
First, let's talk about Rick with Cutter or Needle. For Needle, the hair on his back sticks out like a porcupine. It only protects Rick from behind, so he needs to turn around to get an enemy he thinks is fried. It's about as effective as Parasol, so I'll give it a 5. Cutter who throws Kirby like a boomerang. This one's Cutter Rick. This one is very effective.
Hey, it's better than a Cutter you'd see in Crystal Shards.
Yeah. So yeah. You can throw Kirby like a boomerang. And he'll kill enemies to destroy blocks on the way, off, and on the way back. The catch is that you can't move while using this. You can't move horizontally while using this. But Rick will still drop down if he's in the air while using it. Yeah. The attack will be canceled and Kirby will snap back to place if you get hit during it.
That's the only.
But overall, I think this might just be my favorite of Rick's abilities.
So yeah,
I'm giving this one a 10.
So is that all of Rick's abilities right now?
Yeah. For now, that's all of Rick's abilities. Now we have 4 abilities to go over with Koo. First, let's talk about Burning. Koo will rush forward or down at a sharp angle in a flaming meteor attack. So. Yeah, I guess it's pretty effective, but it's also pretty risky if you're in an area with a lot of pits, because if you're not paying attention, it can very easily send you crashing to your death. So I'll give this one an 8.
So then there's
it's
Needle,
effective, but you gotta watch out.
And there's Needle.
Needle Koo. It's about as useful as.
It's then spikes below.
When Kirby becomes spiked, you can still fly around, so I guess it's a little more useful than Rick's Needle and Parasol abilities. So we'll give it a 6. Next we have Cutter. Cutter Rick is pretty cool. He'll throw 3 boomerangs, diagonally up, diagonally down, and straight forward. while they don't return and they are destroyed instant on contact, it's pretty good for covering the area. So, again, this one's pretty fun.
Of course, the course cutter has
The course cutter has a good ability. Cutter's always a blast.
And that's your parasol.
I'll definitely give this one a 10.
That's your parasol.
That's your parasol. Ku spins around, holds the umbrella above his head and spins like a tornado. Lasts out 3 seconds, granting invincibility and allowing you to move freely.
Pretty good.
This one's really good.
Yeah, it's like Tornado Kirby.
It's basically like Tornado, except it trades how long it lasts and the speed of it for more control, for more maneuverability, which is definitely a fair trade-off. Since it removes a lot of the risk that a Tornado previously had. Overall, this is a definite 10. It's a really good ability. And arguably one of the few times I'd say I'd actually recommend using Parasol.
Yeah, and the boss here is
The boss here is
bosses.
Ruff and Nelly, which are these dashing porcupine creatures that jump around.
Yeah.
So to hit if you don't have a copy ability, you just have to inhale the babies and spin them back at the parent, the mother, I guess.
Yeah, this is
It's kind of like Lava, except more hectic.
Kirby isn't really known for bosses.
It's not exactly my favorite boss.
Yeah.
The arena's a little small. There's a lot to watch out for.
So
I'll give it a 6.
Big Forest as a whole.
Big Forest as a whole, I give this one an 8. It's fun. It's a memorable stay.
Now, moving on to World 3, Ripple Field.
Ripple Field. This is the game's water world.
Where you're introduced?
Here you're introduced to Kind, the fish. Is he just the fish?
He's a fish.
Is he just a fish?
Yeah.
He's not any particular kind of fish. But yeah, he's a fish, certainly.
So what ability?
What abilities are in the Ripple Field?
Alright.
In Ripple Field, you have Burning, Cutter, Parasol, Spark, and Stone.
Oh, Stone's a new one.
So Stone and Spark are both new. So first, let's rate Stone and Spark with Rick and Ku.
So Stone with Rick.
Hold it, strap in. We have 10 abilities to rate here.
Alright.
First, yeah, since you can technically go back and get Needle for Ku, for Kind in the previous world. So we're gonna be rating as they're introduced. So yeah. Okay, so with Spark, Rick fires an electric whip from his mouth similar to a beam. It's about the same effectiveness as fire. As burning. I'll give it a 7. Stone, Rick becomes a giant boulder, and then Kirby will roll him around. Rick is invincible, but Kirby is not, so you're weak to aerial attacks. But it does give you more mobility than any other Stone ability. So it's definitely noteworthy and memorable. So
yeah,
I'll give this one an 8. It's effective.
Yeah,
it's not against aerial attacks.
That's the only other ability.
So what now for Ku? We got it with 8 Stone and Spark.
Oh, Spark for Ku and Spark.
For Kirby electrifies himself, launching a constant beam of electricity to the ground is right directly beneath it. And you can move around freely while doing this, and there's no limit. There's no downsides or anything. Like, other than the fact that it doesn't hit it above or next to you, only below you.
Oh my god.
This ability really breaks the game. Spark Ku is objectively the most powerful attack of the game.
Jesus Christ.
There's a boss later on that you can really cheese with this.
Yep.
It's definitely a 10. It's hilariously broken. And as for and Stone Coup isn't as good.
It takes away what
It basically functions exactly like normal Stone, except with a bigger hitbox. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I think you might be able to inch left and right with this. Yeah. Yeah. This one gets a 4.
Oh, kind.
All right. Now let's go over most of Kind's abilities. These. Yeah, but we got 6 copy abilities to cover with Kind. First, let's start with Burning. Yeah. And Kind shoots a fireball from his mouth, which disappears upon on hitting the blocker enemy.
Yeah, very simple.
So it's simple. I'd say it's a 7. It's about as effective as Rick's beat or Burning. And instead, it trades off blast after ability for distance. I guess it's 7, the same as Rick's Burning.
Yeah,
Needle. Oh, Kirby. Yeah, this one sucks.
What does it do?
You just make yourself spiky. You can't move around or anything during it. You just become invincible in place. Fail, girl. Yeah, 3. Arguably the worst ability in the game.
Kind honest, he kind doesn't really have the best abilities here.
Spark. Kind pops a light bulb from his mouth that can be held until the attack button is released. While active, it can light up dark rooms. Nobody's seen it will shoot the light bulb and it'll explode when it comes to the car.
Oh my god.
This one is actually pretty good.
It's pretty painful.
It looks pretty painful. Yeah, this is one of Kind's most effective abilities. I'll definitely give this one a 10. This one's really good. Alright, so yeah. Now what about Cutter? Kind shoots a crescent wave in front of him that disappears into traveling set distance. But it doesn't disappear on contact with enemies or blocks. Meaning it can move through waves of enemies as long as they're close enough. This is what I personally believe to be Kind's best ability. It's just really good. So, yeah. Cutter Kind gets a 10. Now for Parasol Kind. Kind sticks a parasol out of his mouth, using it as a shield for a period of time. It only works directly in the direction he's facing. Yeah, I'm giving this one. This one gets a 4. It's not very practical.
And it's for...
If you could shoot it off, it would be a little better, but...
Stone is...
right. For Stone...
It's Stone.
It's Stone. Again. Yeah. You defeat enemies on contact while you're in the Stone state, so I guess it's just a little better than Rick's Stone and then Who's Stone.
Yeah, kind of a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, not very good. I'll give it a 4.
So
no. We only have one more copy ability, but that's not introduced yet.
And the Rainbow Drop is in stage 3.
The Rainbow Drop in this world is in stage 3, by the way.
Yeah. The boss here is the boss
Sweet
stuff.
Yeah, Sweet Stuff. What? Which one is Sweet Stuff?
From Dreamland 2.
Is that alright, open it up. Which one is that? The octopus? I believe it is. Yeah, it's an anglerfish, not an octopus.
Yeah, I don't know why it has that. I don't know why
the fuck it's called Sweet Stuff.
Doesn't look very.
Doesn't look
looks
very
like
sweet.
Looks like a fucking bean.
Yeah, it'll shoot off. It'll shoot off little minion fish and that's honestly about it.
Yeah.
It shoots projectiles out. And this boss is a nightmare if you don't have Kind with you.
So would you rate it?
I'll give this a 4. This is my least favorite boss.
So what about Ripple Field?
Ripple Field, 5. It's a water level. What did you expect? Anyways, next world is
Iceberg.
Is Iceberg. The Rainbow Drop in this one is in in stage 4.
Oh God.
This is the first world that has every ability in the game.
So
yeah, this introduces the ice ability.
So time we go over this.
Let's go over ice.
With Rick.
Ice. First with Rick. Rick becomes a large 2-part snowman that creates a blizzard around him and acts exactly like the freeze ability. I mean, it works. I'll give it a 6. It's got okay range. No, I'll give it a 5. It's got okay range, but you can't move. What about Koo? Koo, they breathe out ice while Koo stays in midair. Kirby's also able to change direction. So this one is actually the best of the ice abilities, which aren't very good in general.
And would you rate it?
So I'll give this one a 7. And as for Kind's ice, he surrounds himself in snow. I'll still be able to move, thankfully. So yeah, I'll give this one a 7 too. But if you hold it for an extended period of time, Kind will be frozen in a block of ice, leaving him vulnerable. And he'll also sink if you're in water during this.
And that's all the abilities.
And that's every ability.
So time to rate the dream.
So now it's time to rate the dream prize. Alright, let's start with Rick. Rick's benefit is that he moves very fast on land. And I think that's it. He also doesn't slip on ice, I believe.
Oh, this was before what they did. At least it's not what they did to him and later on.
But anyways,
what would you rate him?
I'll give Rick an 8. Hey, he's definitely good. But not perfect.
And there's Koo.
Alright, since you can't hover with him.
And there's Koo.
Koo allows Koo is just great. He has so many good copy abilities, and plus fast flight and the ability to attack effectively during midair. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Koo is definitely a 10. He's my favorite of the dream friend, not dream friends, of the animal friends in this game.
Yeah.
And then we go to Kind.
Kind is a mixed bag.
Kind gets a 7. He's 6. He's not very good in the air, on land.
On land.
And there's not enough water sections in the game to justify how poorly he does on land. Some of his abilities are good, others are Kind's just kind of average. I feel like that might have been what they were going for.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'd get expand in the future, in the next game.
Yeah. Anyways,
so as for the boss here,
the boss
Ice Dragon.
Here is the Ice Dragon, which, as usual, Ho can cause icicles to fall from the sky and move towards you, everything ice. So, yeah, you know how the Ice Dragon works. Was this its first game? Actually,
yeah.
No, this is the first game, so... Oh, yeah. I'll give the Ice Dragon an 8. It's an effective and tough boss. The fight can drag a little, though.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes, if you don't bring the right equipment, the fight it might be dragging on a little.
Fuck off.
And
we'll find
Red Canyon.
Yeah, there's not really a name.
This one pisses me off.
Oh!
Alright, anyways. Okay, the rainbow drop here is in stage 5.
Nothing really of note here, except for people probably know this, but
except for
an extra room, in a hidden room.
Except for the naked woman in stage 5, in the last row of stage 5.
Yeah.
Yikes.
There's a topless woman.
Yeah, and in the stage 5, there's a group of star blocks in the shape of a naked woman. This is effectively hidden because the screen isn't large enough to display the blocks. If you want, the foliage was especially released in a Japanese guidebook. We're not going to describe the image.
Of course not.
It's not super graphic, but it is shocking.
It's not
that this
super graphic.
It's not super graphic, but it is pretty shocking that this was in.
This was in a kid's
This
game.
was a kid's game. So Google Kirby Dreamland 2 Block Woman or something like that.
Oh my god.
If you want to look, if you really want to see this
They
for
got away
yourself.
with it because of the screen
They got away
size.
with it because the screen size effectively hid the image.
And the boss here is Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright.
I've already went over them.
I didn't even know they were in this game. And level, what would you rate World 5?
I'll rate World 5. 5.
Oh.
This stage pisses me off.
World 6.
Especially the rainbow trail.
World 6, Cloudy Park.
This one is pretty cool.
Let's go with the Rainbow Drop.
The rainbow drop's located in stage 2, and it's good luck getting this one without a guide. This one's pretty convoluted. I recommend, unless you're some kind of super genius, is planning savant, maybe consult the internet for help.
The boss here is Krakow.
The boss here is, of course, Krakow.
Just pro tip.
Pro tip: bring crew,
Spark.
Bring Spark crew. This is the boss I mentioned that's broken.
Yeah, we already went over
that you can cheese with it's Spark crew.
And as for the final level, Dark Castle. What would you rate? Would you rate the last one?
I'll rate the last one 9. I'll rate the last one a 10. It's my favorite world.
And as for Dark Castle, it's only a few levels.
But you know it's 7 levels long. But the Rainbow Drop is in stage 7.
Just grab the.
You're gonna need a guide for this one too, because the game gives you no indication, as far as I can tell, on how you're supposed to get it.
Yeah. And now the boss, us here, is first you fight King DDD.
He's usual.
Possess DDD, and then if you have all the rainbow drops,
you may want to fight with Dark Matter. But first, we'll cover her. But first, also DDD gets angry. He at some points in the fight. His attacks become faster, and the any projectiles he spawn have more range.
yeah.
So yeah.
Now
As for the rating for Dark Castle, I'll give this one an 8. It's not a bad stage. Just there are a few parts that are kind of luck based.
Such as
Kind of easier to predict. Like there's this one level, where it's basically trial and error. It's an auto scroller, and sometimes you have to pick the correct path, or else you get crushed by the wall, and most of the time, and sometimes the correct path isn't visible until you've already chosen a path. So you're probably gonna go through a few lives on this level if you're not using save states. Anyways,
oh boy.
let's just start on the final boss.
But oh no.
First, let me grab myself a water because I need to stay hydrated during this.
Oh no. Yes, the song is.
Yeah, I already mentioned
Yeah.
flat access to the looks. Okay. Alright. Kirby, Final Battle Remix Melody. I think they probably meant medley, but it says melody. SNES in asterisks. Kirby's Dream Land 2, Light Meta S, S Dark Matter.
Light
Meta S.
Oh boy, this fight. Now it's about time we mentioned something I forgot.
Yeah.
Alex's experience.
How much of this game?
Alex
Wouldn't beat it without save states.
Alex hadn't played the game until about a few months ago. when I modded it on
SNES Classic.
However,
the game wouldn't work properly with save states. Okay, I beat the game without save states until I got to the dark matter.
You see, the first phase isn't too bad.
But
you just need to
basically patience.
You need to.
She'll yes, dark matter is apparently female. She'll fire off these beams either diagonally or in front of her.
And Kirby
and you need to use this fight's exclusive ability, the Rainbow Sword, to knock it back. You can technically attack her directly with the Rainbow Sword, but it doesn't really do much damage. So you're gonna be there for a while if you go that route. But yeah, the first phase, yeah, it's a bit of a patience tester. But the real kicker is the phase after it.
Phase 2.
It's technically not super hard,
but you're on an invisible
time limit. You have to defeat it before the screen gets to the bottom. Before the screen scrolls all the way to the ocean, or Kirby spontaneously dies.
Yep. That's why Alex couldn't beat. So Alex had.
I tried to beat it, but I always messed something up, and I had to do the first phase again. And I
also
didn't
have to fight DDD.
You had to fight DDD in the first phase. No, if you get a game over, you have to fight DDD again.
Oh.
But I just did not have the patience to do this without save states.
So Alex played the game on an emulator.
On an emulator on Noah's computer. And only then was I able to witness the ending firsthand.
Yeah, Al, take that. Take what you will. Make what you will of that. Alex completed the game.
I was not capable of beating this game legit.
You had to beat it on an emulator or with save states.
It's just.
This is an extreme difficulty spike.
The game can be pretty difficult at times, but nothing goes to the absurdity of Dark Matter Phase 2.
But what would you rate this boss?
First phase, 7. It's kind of a patience tester. Second phase,
fuck this fight.
5. The time limit is way too strict. It's not really even exciting. It's just really stressful.
Oh god. With Dark Matter, Kirby, it finishes off Dark Matter, and so the ending Kirby destroys Dark Matter. Or at least for now, doesn't exactly destroy it.
Like splits it into pieces. Stopping it for now.
Kirby, the world is safe. If all thanks to Kirby, at least it's better than him falsely. At least it's better than
him accusing Dee of grand theft.
So yeah, that's Kirby's Dream Land 2.
This video wasn't nearly as long as I expected.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Canvas Curse was longer than that. So let's get
the extra content we're gonna tackle.
Let's get into the criteria.
Speaking of extra content, I forgot to mention that after you beat the boss in Worlds 1 through 6, you
can play mini games.
You can play a mini game where you have to catch stars, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
And in order to get 100% on the game, you have to both find the girl blob and, or at least once, which randomly appears.
Find the elusive girl blob.
Which can randomly appear instead of gooey. It's pretty rare. Thankfully, as soon as I figured it out and I started searching for it, I found it very pretty quickly.
Find the elusive girl blob.
Yeah, you have to. These mini games can be pretty hard if you're not prepared.
I mean, you were using an emulator.
Still.
Yeah, there's not much in terms of extra content.
But yeah.
You don't get any. There's not really anything for beating the game.
100% next to your save file.
Yeah, That's kind of a given with older Kirby titles.
You don't really get reward for beating the game other than seeing your file, the satisfaction of seeing your file at 100%.
And this was before the extra mode.
Before extra modes and congratulations screens.
And so that's kind of the criteria. Gameplay.
This game is fun. There's
a lot of game can be there's a lot of replay value in there.
Trying to complete levels with different dream friends and abilities.
Gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay.
That's what we get to 10. And there's a lot there. Music. This game has a very memorable soundtrack. As is pretty much the standard with Kirby.
Probably because it's been remixed so many damn times.
This game's soundtrack has been remixed countless times. But
it's not the only not the sole exception.
Not the sole example of that, but yeah, it just goes to show that there's definitely a lot there if they keep reusing it.
Yeah.
What's the third category?
No, not really.
No?
Yeah, graphics isn't really a category for these videos.
No. So,
all in all, yeah, I saw the ratings on some of those worlds.
Some of the worlds, specifically Ripple Field and Red Canyon, aren't exactly the best.
So, what would you rate?
Even though the majority of them are good.
So, what would you do? So, what would
Rate the game.
Yeah, what would
Overall, I love this game.
Yeah,
but there's just a few downs. There's a few things that could prevent it from being a perfect 10.
Yeah.
Ripple Field, Red Canyon, Dark Matter Phase 2.
Most of Kind's abilities.
Some of Kind's abilities.
Yeah.
So I have to give the game a 9 out of 10. Right, you should definitely check out the game.
Buy it on the virtual it's available on the Wii on the 3DS virtual console. In fact, it's the only place you can buy it.
So what are you waiting for? Go.
Even though you won't get it. Oh my God! I didn't even mention it.
What?
The game actually it's one of the games that's enhanced with the Super Game Boy.
What graphical experience? Each one has a different color palette.
And Kirby's actually pink.
Kirby's actually pink.
It doesn't really.
It doesn't affect the gameplay, but it's just a little thing I could point out.
So up next on Summer of Kirby is
Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on July 20th.
We'll be going into Sakurai's Finest Hour.
The final Kirby game he worked on.
On Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on July 20th. That being said, I'm Rosarin.
And I'm Emery. Bonjour, my wonderful viewers, and see you in the next video. Yeet!